Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Defam Adventures, and they've actually been with us for many months. They're probably overdue to be featured, not just because of the support that I see here in Superchat streams and when I'm out in other premieres and live streams catching them, but for the kind words that they spread about this channel and about what we're doing here everywhere that they go. That started probably right away after they found this channel and these streams, and I know it continues today as well. I always like to recognize that kind of thing, and the reason why I put focus on it here is so that we can everybody can understand what kind of support these creators are known for, Darlene and Ron, and hopefully you'll connect with them so you can get some of that support coming back to you as well. They're going to bring us a lot of travel and an interesting twist on shopping as well. Oh, thank you, Scratch and PPA. Yeah, they... pardon me, I'm going to talk about their content in a second. The Streamlabs updated right before we started. It might not work for no reason at all. So if there's any luck, it'll work, but we'll see. But thank you for that. Yeah, I didn't see that. I find that Streamlabs has a lot of glitches when they update their software. And for anybody using that, and I don't know if OBS does the same thing anymore or anything like that, you got to prepare, which I did not do today, and I should have tested that either this morning or at least hours ago. And it's a little bit of a lesson for all of us when it comes to software and things. It's still not perfect, even in 2025, when it comes to live streaming and all the things we do on YouTube. So my advice then is to always check these things on a day you're going to live stream if you're using that kind of software. If it's web-based, you really don't need to worry about it because they fix things on the fly. But if it's a program you got to download to your desktop or something, then might be a bit of a different situation. So forgive me for tripping over that and my description of Defam Adventures. So Darlene and Ron are going to bring us a lot of travel. They do a thorough job when they do things like ship tours. They'll bring us around their room for a tour and things like that. But one of the things I noticed, I always watch a couple of videos from a channel, no matter how many I've watched before, on the day that we feature a channel. And that's just whichever channel we're going to talk about first at the beginning of the stream. Somebody who's had impact on us in the Superchat family. So that's Defam Adventures today. But they got this interesting series, and I was trying to get my head around exactly what they're doing. But what they'll do is take us to a store like, let's say, Publix. And I'm in Canada. We don't have that, but I know what it is. And what they will do is you see a lot of videos on their channel saving money. So they bring you a lot of the deals that they're going to find, a lot of like buy one, get one free kind of things. And they're tallying up how much they're saving. The video I watched right before we started today, they were at like $800, and I think they're even farther because I went back to watch this one here from 4 months ago. So they've done several since then, but I think that's a really cool idea, something unique. I haven't seen it quite done that way, although we have seen a couple of extreme couponing type channels and things like that. Anybody who's going to help us financially definitely gets a nod of the hat for sure. I see they've got another couple of videos here. Now, we're always looking for videos that are 3 minutes or longer when we're connecting. Very important that the video's 3 minutes. Very important that we watch from beginning to end. The latest one is 2 minutes, 34 seconds. It'll probably stick if you connect to that video. I've connected with a lot of creators, even with shorts. But we stick to the same formula because we've always been doing that. When I connect with creators, I usually like to look for a video much longer. And of course, you're free to watch much more than one. We talk about the minimums here. So maybe take another couple of videos, put it in your watch later list, and either watch them or let that run later. But I'm going to grab their second latest video. This is a restaurant review. They've done this kind of thing many times. And I put this in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to somewhat stay caught up with the channel. It's a fun name for a playlist that helps me do that. Playlist can be a great tool for that kind of thing. There's much more on the channel, but you'll see shorts have done well, getting into 2,500, 3,000, one of them at 28,000 views, which is interesting to see, and live streams on the channel as well. I've caught them several times. Hopefully I'll catch them for another one soon. We've got notification bells on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for everybody. And then Rocky Top Sports Talk is here. I'm going to add them onto the wheel. I've got quite a few names on there already. Forgive me, Michael's Adventures. I likely missed your premiere as well. He has been dropping his premieres. Instead of running them at 8 p.m. Eastern every day, which he usually does, he's been dropping these early to raid into Superchat, and I really do appreciate that. I was actually kind of consumed right before we started here today, so thank you, and forgive me for missing that. It's Chocolate Drop is in the house. I'm going to put them on the wheel. Michael's Adventures is a beloved and dedicated moderator here, as is Scratch and Pete PA, along with Just Jason Keto and Canadian Family Life. We always put Superchatters, we always put members and moderators onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And we'll add names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Oh, I really don't want to talk about this, but I'm going to mention something for a second because I'm tripping all over the place trying not to talk about it. But there's been a couple of horrifying deaths in the media and in the news over the last couple of days, and they're just horrific. I'd love it if everybody not bother referencing them in the chat at all, because I'm going to ask the moderators to just remove any messages. I just don't want to get into it. I tend to be emotional. I'm going to fall all over the place thinking about that stuff. And I tend to be a crybaby when it comes to that kind of thing, but I had seen some horrible things right before we started, and I'm a little bit angry at the planet right now, realizing how evil the world can be. So, thank you for listening to that, and we will avoid it, but I've got the wheel full of names as well. So Tim Mitchell and Greenland Quilter Katie were both early in the door. Home by Design with Marilyn, along with Hugo Homestead, who's been with us for probably 5 years now, along with Cruz Bolero and Lady Light, are both on the wheel with Rocky Top Sports Talk, and it's Chocolate Drop. I just added Radio Jonesy, and hopefully I'm not missing anybody, but I will add members and moderators onto the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat. And then Charlene Heel is in the house. She's another friend that's been with us probably for 5 years. She's got several channels. I've been with her on live streams on at least a couple of them. I see Oki's Eden is in the house. A Simple Family Lifestyle has been with us just about every stream lately. I know we got some friends that run the stream in the background as well. Whenever somebody, I hear this more frequently lately, but whenever somebody's doing something that doesn't allow them to chat while they're doing what they're doing, like they can't say hello and like keep a conversation going, they lurk, and that's absolutely fine, and I appreciate every moment, of course. It's not that they don't want to say hello, it's that they don't want to be rude and say hello and then disappear in 2 seconds. But I've been in that situation a million times myself, so I fully understand, and I just want to give a shout out to our friends that are doing that kind of thing. Mindfully Crocheted Unraveled. Mindfully Crocheted Unraveled. Good to see you in the house. Tales Told in the Dark is here. Monkey Man Production. Good to see you in the house. And then, yeah, we don't do moderators here very much. We have a core group of about 10 or 20 that are here with us regularly, but I keep it pretty tight-knit. They are all extremely experienced. They care very much, and I don't want everybody to be bogged down with the idea of moderating the whole stream. Rushing Wind Mountain, another dear friend that's been with us for years. And then Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I feel like I must be. 99 Midnight Gamer YT is here. Okies Eden, I think I said hello. And Vintage Style by Joe, of course. I saw you from the beginning. And pardon me. I told you I was going to trip a little bit. I'll be fine in a few minutes here. But Timmy the Racing Channel is also in the house, I'm sure. And then the Fam Adventures up on the screen. Forgive me because I'm missing everything that's going on in the chat as well. Not to mention, I don't know what's with the heat wave today. I'm all of a sudden sweating like crazy. So forgive me while I'm a little rough around the edges right now. Jory's Game Bites, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get our first channel up on the screen right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. You know, the first thing we say when somebody has something that looks like good luck happen to them is, you should probably go buy a lottery ticket. And it's ironic today because we know that Scratch and PPA is doing that regularly. And I think that's 2 streams in a row, isn't it? Where Scratch and PPA was picked first. And Butler Family Farm, forgive me, I didn't say hello. I know they've been here from the beginning, of course. That's Jerry and Susan. And our beloved Checkmark in the chat. I'm just going to get them onto the wheel. I'm doing a horrible job of copying and pasting here. Forgive me. I find that talking to inanimate objects like computers and monitors and keyboards actually works some of the time. So this is why I do it. And yeah, Vintage Style by Joe. It was cool up until the last couple of days. We got down to, I'm trying to guess, had to be around 70, let's just say. And then, because I'm in Canada, so I got to do the calculation in my head for Celsius. But the last couple of days, it's been over 80 again. And it starts really cold, though, in the mornings. I'm up early, and when I get outside, it can be 50. And then over the course of the day, getting up to 80, that's out of control, a 30-degree jump. You know, this is how people get sick. We got to do extra. And I remind everybody as well, so forgive me, not that I'm right, even though I think I am in this case. Usually 2 weeks after everybody goes back to work and school in September, people start getting sick. And I'm already hearing it. So hopefully everybody's doing a little bit more to be cautious of that. Washing our hands and being mindful of germs and stuff like that. Because I'm not kidding. It's every year. I think about it all the time. Scratch a PPA is up on the screen right now. And this creator, like I said, I think it's 2 streams in a row that he got picked first from the wheel. I think that's the first time that's happened, but we're talking 5 years now. Pete's been here for over 800 streams, many more than 800, if you can imagine that. So when we talk about the idea of lottery tickets, though, Scratch and PPA, wasn't I there? Oh, I peeked in and had to go. I'm trying to figure out why my red line is not on his video right now. Yeah, I was able to peek in for a second, but I was working yesterday. So I got to take his video and put it in my catch-up list as well. And, oh, goodness. Why can't I figure out what I'm doing here? Save to playlist. Yes. Catch up. You can see I'm tripping all over the place for a moment here. Scratch and PPA puts an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching. So you notice in his thumbnails, he's got 2 lottery tickets all the time. So he pits those tickets against each other, but he gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of the video. And we can do that by following him on Instagram, X, or Facebook. And he has a voting system set up on all 3. And then if you look at those thumbnails a little bit closer, you're going to notice a bit of a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series as well. So it's all intertwined together. And this creator has not missed a day, has not missed a week in 5 years now, or pretty close to it, where every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, he drops a premiere. If he's not available for a premiere, he drops a video, which is rare, but he does. Over the month of August, he dropped a few videos. Right back to premieres now, and if you can catch us for one of those premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family, faster than what we've got going on here, faster than almost any other in the Tuber Chat family. He rivals those of Butler Family Farm and the Stock Explorer and Hilda DC, or Jesse Journals and Unboxes, and a few others. It's very fast paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. And Scratch and Pete PA as well, you see, has presentation at the forefront of his mind. I mentioned his thumbnails already. They're colorful and beautiful, like his avatar, and then his banner that matches is updated every single week, if you can imagine that. His video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production, well beyond 5 years ago now. And hopefully everybody will connect with this fellow Canadian. He is monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats, memberships, super thanks, and all those things. And he's working on 2,500 subscribers right now, so I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. You'll notice he updated or added to his content a couple of years ago. He took a trip to Italy. He was back there recently, and he brought us some vlogging-style shorts videos that gave us a look around all the areas he was visiting, and some Italian lottery tickets that we otherwise might not have seen as well. And then his very first live stream came from that trip as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA if you haven't already. And all of our moderators, I think it's obvious for anybody who's at least been here once before to know that these streams couldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help. They help me make this look easy, but each of them is a dear friend of mine and dear friend of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things, but one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. So, next up, it's Chocolate Drop. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then, Lady Light, are you talking about hashtags? I'm just curious to know if that's what you mean. But we have to do everything we can, absolutely. So hashtags are becoming something that seems to be phasing out of a lot of platforms. So like on X, for anybody that spends any time over there, you will see even Elon Musk saying, like, don't use hashtags anymore, we don't need them, right? But for a while longer, it will probably still have impact. So there's a couple things we've talked about many times, and one of those things is it's said that we don't want to use more than 14 hashtags in total. That's between title, description, or even if you're going to put them in the hashtag area, because YouTube lets us know that they may ignore all of them if you put more than 14. There used to be this thing on the internet called keyword stuffing, and people continue to try it today. And what that was is when you have a web page, let's pretend that It's Chocolate Drops page here is just a web page. It is, but you know what I mean. And then what they would do is at the bottom, because the page I've got dark theme on, so it's very, very dark gray. It's not quite black, but very, very, very dark gray. They would match the color with text, and they would put like 1 million hashtags or keywords at the bottom of the page and try to get some Google search results by doing that. It didn't take Google too long to figure out people were doing that, and then they started ignoring them. But in the meantime, we use hashtags in a lot of different places. I still use them today. I'm not going to stop just because Twitter says they want to phase them out, and another couple of platforms might be doing the same. But when it becomes apparent that they're completely useless, then I'll stop using them. Typically, I use less than a lot of people anyway, in my opinion. And there you go. Yeah, Lady Light says don't use more than 2 or 3. That's recommended, as it was on Twitter for many years. They would say only use 1 or 2. So 2 or 3 is a good idea. Instagram has different ideas, but we'll have to update ourselves as to whether or not they're as useful as they always have been. And then it's Chocolate Drop is up on the screen right now. And this creator's working on 1,700 subscribers. She's actually been a long-time friend. I've lost track of how many years she's been with us. It's got to be 3, probably 4. I don't think it's quite as much as 5, but it might even be. So forgive me if I'm wrong about that. I should know better. This creator will refer to me as Mr. Customer Service in the chat, and I'm sure that's because of my speaking style. She's been doing that for years. But the reason why I keep retelling this story, I know everybody here who's here regularly has to hear me say the same things over and over and over again. But the reason why I might say something again like that is because I want to catch people who haven't heard it yet, understanding that what I find to be one of the most heartwarming things on YouTube are the inside jokes between friends. When I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams and the live chat, you see people referencing each other in different ways and, talking, saying things that you had to be there kind of thing, right? But what it tells me is that friendships are developing and flourishing between creators, and that's what this is all about. It's not about subscribers, not about views. That stuff is really easy, and there's horrifying ways to go and boost those things as well that we don't do. But when you build a friendship with another creator, you have somebody who's going to be with you possibly years into the future, like I'm talking about. Some of our friends that come through the chat here almost every day have been with me for 6 years, since before I even started this channel, if you can imagine. And the idea behind that is you imagine to yourself, okay, I want to get a new subscriber today. I want them to go and watch one of my videos. We're talking about you might be putting out 250 videos or more in the next 5 years. Imagine building a friend like this. It's Chocolate Drop, for instance, on the screen right now, to be with you for all those years and watch 250 of your, let's say a lot of the 250 of your videos. Nobody expects anybody to watch them all. But you know what I mean. As long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine. And that's basically the point that I'm really getting at here. So when we build friendships, we have people who will be there for most of what we're going to do into the future. And then forgive me for all I'm missing in the chat. If there's something anybody needs me to see, just 3 thumbs up or at mention. Tuber Chat, Connect, and Grow. Fuzzy Adventures and more, good to see you here. And then Greenland Quilter Katie just hit another milestone, 175,000 views, which is great. I hope everybody's celebrating all of your milestones, not just for yourself. Your friends and your supporters are going to want to celebrate for you and with you. When you have people who are really getting behind your channel, you want to give them the opportunity to feel like they're a part of the channel and the community, of course. And, they like to, a lot of times I believe that people like to be recognized for the help that they give. If that makes any sense. But celebrating with you some of the milestones gives them that opportunity. It can build the connection, let's say. Nesha Antoinette, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And forgive me, I missed what I'm going to talk about. Its Chocolate Drops content in a second here. But Jason said something. I just want to see what he says. Oh, yes, Just Jason Keto is talking about a feature that we've been waiting for a long time. You could have used TubeBuddy over the years for this kind of thing, but it's a little bit clunkier. I love TubeBuddy. It's my #1 tool. But when we think about what they call A/B testing, A as in like the letter A and B, right? A/B testing. What A/B testing is, for anybody who hasn't heard of it on the internet or on the World Wide Web or whatever we want to call it, a lot of times what people would do is they would put advertisements on web pages, right? But the same advertisement isn't going to work for everyone. Now in the world of YouTube, we're talking about thumbnails, right? the same thumbnail isn't going to be appealing to every single viewer or potential viewer you might have. What you think is a great, and this goes for all of us, including me, what we think might be a great thumbnail might not be as great as it could be. So, what YouTube has given us recently is the option to upload 3 different thumbnails for every video. So that would go into, instead of A/B testing, like ABC testing, but it's the same thing. What YouTube does is it pushes those thumbnails out evenly for the first, let's say, 1,000 or few thousand views to see which one's going to get the most clicks onto the video, because that's what we want, right? My recommendation is everybody always use as much of that as you can. And then they're going to do the same thing with titles now. They're going to give us the option to have 2 different titles for our videos, apparently. I haven't seen it yet, but I know it's coming. Jason brought it up, but we've been talking about that. And that's going to give you the option to try different ideas. And again, YouTube is going to let the viewers pick by literal engagement, the one that they're going to click on more often. So they've given us a few tools that are similar in the background in our analytics. Now they're going to put it at the forefront, which is really, really great. So I hope everybody is watching the YouTube creators and creator insider channels. I post from them on our community tab or our post page, usually at least once a week, so that we can all be updated with the new features and things that are coming up. Oh, just Jason Keto, yeah. My recommendation when it comes to thumbnails is to have 3 completely different thumbnails. Marketing experts might disagree. I don't know the truth about what is the best opportunity there. When you're doing things like advertising on the internet, Facebook ads and Google ads, you could do hundreds. You could do thousands of different ideas. You could literally change one letter. You can move things from the top to the bottom, the left to the right, that kind of thing. My recommendation is to do 3 different styles of thumbnails for every type of video that you make, and then let the audience decide for you. But it's never going to be always the same anyway, right? So it's a weird thing. I've got videos that have done really well where all I've done is put something on a screen and it's like a photograph of it with no text, no nothing else. And then I've done other ones that have text and all the work that I've put into it and everything else. And it's always a mystery what's going to be the right thing. But it is great for us to experiment. So I know I'm getting into long speeches again, but I wanted to mention that. Deb S. the Pug Mama Quilter, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Oh my goodness, just Jason Keto. They're really expanding that for larger channels. And we're getting a bit of a straight answer now almost from YouTube, which is rare. But they're talking about a feature called Hype, where I hope everybody's using that on each other's videos if you're on a phone. If you have it available, but it's coming for everybody soon apparently. But that feature is only for channels that are under 500,000 subscribers. So that tells you something right there, because my understanding has always been that YouTube considers any channel with 100,000 subscribers or less to be a small channel. So sometimes we use the term small channel. I don't know if anybody likes it or not, but that's what it's been called for so many years, or it's such a common term, we continue to use it. But that gives you an idea. When YouTube is offering a feature to channels under 500,000 because even they need, some help with a boost, then it tells you YouTube's attitude towards that stuff. Dark Swordsman Gaming, good to see you in the house. Kyle Vlogs, good to have you here. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know Anfield Road Layout in the Loft is also here. And it's Chocolate Drop. I haven't talked about her content yet. Now, this is a creator. She's actually been making really frequent appearances again for a while, but she's been posting like crazy. And Dark Swordsman Gaming, thank you for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that a gazillion times before, or whatever comes after gazillion. And while it's absolutely necessary, it's very much appreciated. I will put their channel up next, and then we'll talk about that. So thank you for that. They're a longtime friend from the UK. And It's Chocolate Drop up on the screen here is a longtime friend as well. And like I said, she's been with us for years. Now, similarly to what I talked about with our featured channel today, Defam Adventures, they bring us through some public stores, and they're saving money and showing us a lot of the deals that are out there, and they're keeping a tally of all the money that they've saved. When you're doing buy one, get one free, if something like mashed potatoes costs $5, buy one, get one free. Well, you got them for $2.50 each, basically, right? And It's Chocolate Drop has brought us for a lot of CVS tours as well. This is one of the things I know her best from. She does a few other things. I myself don't do a lot of growing, so I tend to not even mention that, but that's something she's got going on as a hobby as well. And this creator's always smiling, always laughing, but the other thing I know her for is being in the kitchen and cooking. You see that in a lot of these shorts videos. These have gotten into 12 and 13,000, one at 51,000 now, and then live streams on the channel as well. So I'm just going to put a notification on for the one she's got coming up tonight. Yeah, at 8:30. Okay, we're going to raid into It's Chocolate Drop tonight. And pardon me while I get that set up. So, I'll tell you what, why don't we show everybody how to set up a raid right now. I'll do that right this second. In the meantime, Tim Mitchell, thank you for those gifted memberships. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And like I said, whatever comes after gazillion is how many times he's done that as well. So I know all of our recipients will be happy to have those, but thank you for the extra generous support. We'll probably even see a couple of them come in as well. And then, Tim Mitchell, yeah. What he means by that is that he's gifted memberships like many, many, many times. And sometimes they go to people that are not in the chat. Once in a while, they go to people in the chat as well. It could go to anybody. We've seen that thing go to people who, like, somebody will gift a membership and it goes to them, because you don't have to be a member on a channel to get it. So it's kind of weird, that little glitch, I'd consider it, that YouTube has, but everybody can see the benefit to that feature for sure. So thank you for that, Tim Mitchell. Again, we're going to look at his channel right after Dark Swordsman Gaming, but I just want to show everybody something for a second. So what I'm doing here with It's Chocolate Drop is taking their live stream. I'm not sure if they're going to be cooking tonight or not. Often they are. I've caught many of these streams, but I'm going to copy the link for this right now, and then what I'm going to do is go over into the YouTube studio. There's a few ways to get there, but I will get into the YouTube studio right now. And what I'm going to do is go on to the live stream that is rolling right this second, and I'm going to go to the customization page. I know I'm doing this quickly, but I'm going to go down to this redirect area. Right? Now, if you have upcoming streams or premieres, they're going to show up here, and you could select one of your own. Like sometimes people will live stream before a premiere that they've got, or afterwards, right? Or you can hit this search bar. It'll show you a bunch of things that are happening, either people who are live right now, premieres and live streams coming up, or you can drop that URL and it will go right to the live stream or premiere that you're planning to raid. We use the word raid, which comes from Twitch, but it's actually called live redirect on YouTube. And what it means is, at the end of Tuber Chat today, in another 2 hours from now or so, when we're finished, we will automatically send everybody who's got their autoplay on into the live stream for It's Chocolate Drop. So it's really cool, because you can give somebody else a bit of a head start. If you've still got 30 people, or 20 people watching, maybe 5 or 10 of them will go over into the next thing. And then, do they ever do free memberships? Kyle Vlogs, YouTube gives most channels the opportunity to give away 10 free memberships per month. I don't know if that's a permanent thing. I think they said it was going to be temporary, but I'm unsure about that. I could be very wrong. But many channels, I have heard that channels that were forced to be under brand accounts can't do it, but I'm unsure about that. Mindfully Crocheted Unraveled, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Marketplace Boutique is here. That's Jody Genealogy. And then I feel like I'm missing another channel, but hopefully everybody's feeling welcome. Forgive me if I haven't said hello just yet. It's Chocolate Drop. Hopefully everybody will connect with, but we'll get a better look at their channel in a couple of hours when we go over there for our raid. I see some more action in the chat, so let's get Dark Swordsman Gaming going. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then A Simple Family Lifestyle is dropping a super chat. Thank you for that extra generous support. I really do appreciate that, of course, and they've done that before. So Dark Swordsman Gaming's up right now for the same reason. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Oh, and then I see Mindfully Crocheted Unraveled. Yeah, I try to remember to give them away on my personal channel. I think I forgot so far this month. If I can get out for another stream in the next few days, I'll do that again. And on our copyright-free music channel, I've been able to do it as well. Dark Swordsman Gaming plays a lot of different popular titles of games, and what they tend to do are series. What you'll notice on their front page, you notice that their thumbnails have purple frames around them right now, but when I dig through the channel, I start to see different frames around different videos. What this creator's doing is basically making a bit of a categorization, if that makes any sense, between these videos. So it's very easy for somebody who goes through their channels, or if you were to hit the home page, I don't know if they've got For You set up. If they were to all of a sudden see some videos and they see one of these ones, let's say with a purple frame, and they see another one with a purple frame and they enjoyed the first one, they might continue clicking on those in lieu of a playlist, let's just say. So it's kind of a cool idea. They play lots of different popular titles. Like I said, I've put their latest video into my catch-up list. They got one short so far, and then plenty of live streams as well. And you'll notice as I dig through this page, they've got plenty of different titles from the live streams as well. Really popular games. I think this is the channel where I first heard about Stardew Valley, for instance. But Dark Swordsman Gaming is at 232 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 300 they're going to be thinking about. And they're a longtime dear friend. Dark Swordsman Gaming has been with us for years as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. And Greenland Quilter Katie is dropping a super chat right now. But what she's doing is actually dropping one so that we will look at another channel, Marketplace Boutique. So we'll do that in another few moments. And then we'll put up Greenland Quilter Katie. But thank you, Dark Swordsman Gaming, also for that super chat. Thank you for this extra generous support. E-Ventures, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. That's how you pronounce that channel name. That looks like Event Yours. It's E-Ventures. And then hopefully everybody will connect with them. Did I just see Jeremy D-Day? There he is. I was hoping to see Jeremy D-Day or one of our friends like Ace Flaw 1. Jeremy D-Day has been with me for 6 years. I just mentioned that, right? That we've got a few creators that Jeremy D-Day still comes in almost every stream, actually. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchatters Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. You see how silly this is, and forgive my negativity. When just 3 days ago we had Tim Mitchell in the search results coming up, and now they don't want to come up. The search results are very silly these days. Tim Mitchell gifted a handful of memberships, 5 memberships today. So thank you for that. He's done that many times before as well. I see Mickey's Adventures in the house. They're a member, so I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. And I'll try to move it along a little bit faster starting now. And then just please forgive me if I miss anything in the chat. I think Vintage Style by Joe just asked something too. And how do you do free memberships for your channel? So for any channel that's monetized that wasn't forced to be under a brand account, which is like the most confusing thing YouTube's ever done, because there was a period where they were forcing us to do that. And then now there's some features, I guess, that are limited because of it. But anyway, because I'm mentioning it, anybody who does have a brand account will know, and then you'll have to check. But if not, if you just have a YouTube channel and everything is, for lack of a better term, normal, then you can just hit the super chat button on your own stream. So like I have a window over here, pardon me, Tim Mitchell. I have a window over on another screen there where I keep it like this, and then I'm able to keep up with the chat. I just pause it, and then I just put it like this, and then I'm able to sort of see what goes on in the chat. I miss a lot because I'm looking way off in the other direction here, but this is what we do. And then you can just hit the super chat button here, and then you would see an extra piece there that says free memberships, and you can give 5 memberships twice, so a total of 10. So that's how that works. So forgive me, I'm not able to show you right this second, but that would be how it works. And then Tim Mitchell gifted 5 memberships, so hopefully everybody will connect with them. Obviously an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And this creator is now at 300 subscribers. Literally, I think this channel and the next one I'm going to show you hit milestones on the same day, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully we'll get a few extras here, because we want to see Tim Mitchell keep that 300. We don't want it to slide down. This is an incredibly supportive creator. He's got his own channel, but he actually produces videos for 2 more channels, and I'll show those to you in a moment. So he's got a bit of outdoor footage here, some more in his shorts videos that have gotten into 1,100 views, 1,400, 1,800. And this creator actually takes us on the road for live streams as well. I've been lucky to catch him whenever I have a day where I'm home early from work. I'm able to catch him a little bit. And he's usually off driving. I think I caught him at the beginning of this one, if I wasn't mistaken, right before he started, which is rare, but great. And you can see he's doing this frequently. Now let me show you the other channels that we've got going on here. Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. You know what actually we did yesterday? So for anybody that watches a lot of cooking shows on Food Network and other places, Gordon Ramsay and some of these people, I'm making it sound like I think I know what I'm talking about when I don't. I have watched many of these shows, but I don't know enough about them or anything. But anyway, apparently there's a set of dishes under the brand Hexclad. And it just turns out that the roadshow for that company was at Costco this week. In Canada, we do have Costco as well. So we just got them yesterday. Now, Kristen does 99% of the cooking in the house. But in an effort for her to, my interest is in her enjoying that and continuing for years to come. So our pots and pans could have used changing over, so we got those yesterday. But the reason why I'm mentioning is because Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official is going to bring us into the kitchen. This is a channel from Chef CV. There's a story about how Tim Mitchell and Chef CV met. It's right here on this channel. I enjoyed that video. I like stories like that, so anybody could go and see that. But Chef CV is going to show us not only how to make things in the kitchen that are delicious, obviously, but she's also going to help us navigate the kitchen and talk about some of the appliances and cookware and bakeware and things like that as well. So I thought you might find that interesting. I don't know if she's listening right now, but something you can mention. Kristen's probably more excited than I even think about those things. And she used it, was it the first time today?
Yeah.
Yeah, she used it for the first time today. And these things are amazing because you can use metal utensils. I wouldn't recommend it because I'm just paranoid, but you can, and it doesn't scratch. It just won't scratch. It just won't. Today. Yeah, she tried it today and did exactly that. And then Relax with Mel. Yeah, you have to be monetized because you got to have memberships available on your channel. So you got to be in the partner program, turn them on, and then it should be an automatic thing for most channels. Oh, and then, yeah, Tim Mitchell, yeah, he hit 300. Must have been right before our last live stream a few days ago. Yes, you might be right. Mindfully Crocheted Unraveled. And anybody can add to that if you'd like to. But the you can opt to turn the gifted memberships on or off on your channel. And let me see if this thing still works. I put a command in the chat a long time ago and I forget it. I forget to use it all the time. And then thank you, It's Chocolate Drop. And then we'll see you in a couple of hours. And then thank you for that, Mr. Fulton Mraz. We're just going to keep that stuff out of the chat for today. Really, really sad news. Just because there's more appropriate places to talk about that kind of thing, and I don't want to mention too much about it. I promise you, as I'm as upset and appalled as anybody, but we just want to keep what we're doing going because I'm going to get off on a tangent in a second here. And then Go With The Flow Farm, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Mr. Fulton Mraz is also a friend that's been with me for about 6 years. And then Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official has a few other interesting things going on. You see this glorious, colorful wheel of misfortune that looks so familiar in the background of the videos. She actually gets the viewers involved where, especially in live streams, you can help pick ingredients and then she's going to be forced to make whatever comes up, kind of an idea, right? So interesting meal combinations here. And then some shorts that have done well, now getting well over 1,000 views, into 1,200, 1,300. And there it is right there. Wheel of Misfortune is featured every Sunday on this channel at 6 p.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken. And then they also have another channel, and I'll show you this as well. The official off-topic squirrel. And the official off-topic squirrel at 103 subscribers right now. This is a complimentary channel to what we just saw from Chef CV. So more of a behind-the-scenes look, a chance maybe to get to know her better with different adventures and different ideas and variety in videos. Shorts as well here have started to cross 1,000 views, 1,200 on another one, which I believe is fairly new. And then live streams on this channel as well. And so the last Saturday of every month, forgive me, I know, Tim Mitchell, I should know by now. And because I keep confusing myself between whether it's the first or the last, monthly game night. Either way, hopefully everybody will put the notification bell on for every single channel. We all do that in the spirit of doing as much as we can. We literally have to do as much as we can for each other. But as long as we do, you know that everybody, at least in this community, is doing the same thing for you. And not just here in Superchat. Because not only our moderators, but almost everybody who comes through here more than once is willing to do the same thing. And we see that when we go to other people's channels. You know, they let everybody connect or encourage it in their live streams and premieres and everything else. And then Mr. Fulton Mraz always has interesting news for us, so thank you for sharing that. Mr. Fulton Mraz is always doing something interesting. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Tim Mitchell as well as these two other channels. And thank you, Tim Mitchell, again for the gifted memberships. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Like I said, he's done that many times before. He gifted 5 memberships. And I know our recipients will be happy to have that. And then A Simple Family Lifestyle is up right now. They dropped a super chat a few minutes ago.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
And then A Simple Family Lifestyle, and they are bringing lifestyle content, recipes, food vlogs, and a little bit of positive and spiritual inspiration as well, motivation maybe. You can get some more information on their About section. They might do some outdoor adventures, some do-it-yourself videos, and some vlogging, obviously, in the last handful of videos. Some delicious looking ideas on this channel as well. And then when we get into shorts videos here, we see some of these have taken off into 2,000 views, 2,500, 3,700, which is great to see. A little bit of variety and a lot of delicious looking content, and then live streams as well. So these are a lot of creators are doing these frequently lately, where they're doing a live stream that can be relaxing, let's say, pleasing audio, pleasing visuals to go along with it, and then people kind of trickle in and out and are able to connect with each other and things like that. So if Simple Family Lifestyle, I think, is doing those, is it daily? Yeah, I think they're on almost every day. And then 472 subscribers right now, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 500. We know that they're thinking about, and they dropped a super chat. They've done that many times before, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. So thank you for that. And then Marketplace Boutique is coming up for a special reason. And Greenland Quilter Katie actually dropped a super chat so that we would look at that channel. So I'm going to get it ready to go. But what we're going to do right now is take a break for a few minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip from our interview series of videos that are available now on the TuberChat channel. And these are conversations with some more friends that have literally been with us for years. And they have a lot to share in how they have gotten their channels to over 10,000 subscribers.
You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was, I think, your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was pushed to the back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link in it to send it back. So yeah, we just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together. So we
Right.
said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and you know when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were like pushed to the back.
Yeah.
But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check your analytics out regularly. It does help.
Yeah.
And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. Because you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even like scrolling up and down and like how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, like, you know, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not like go with YouTube's policies. Like we have a lot of fun with like pranking each other and stuff like that. Like what we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or like pranks wise, that like skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do like say like a trend of meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes we not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that like shorts really help us have like, you know, them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're like, I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
All right, let's take our break for 3.5 minutes and we'll come right back. right, we're just about back. I see Mariana Latrinia is in the house. Thank you for coming in. Have Cheetah will view. I was lucky to catch Patrick actually earlier today for a live stream. I was home a little bit earlier than usual and caught him. And he's been another friend that's been with me from pretty much the beginning. He's been with us for probably 5 years by now. And hopefully everybody will connect with them. Ziggy Wren might be a brand new channel in the chat, so forgive me if I'm mistaken about that.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
And then Travel Off Book, good to see you here as well. So before we went on that break, Greenland Quilter Katie, who's in the chat, dropped a super chat so that we would look at Marketplace Boutique's channel, and she's done that kind of thing countless times before for countless creators. I appreciate the extra generous support here. Of course, I know Jody from Marketplace Boutique will be appreciative of that as well. LGGG Love, good to see you in the house. This creator actually has 2 different channels. Marketplace Boutique has been with us for a couple years as well. She's now getting on officially on the road to 3,000 subscribers, which is great to see. She's incredibly supportive to others. I probably run into her every day supporting somebody in some Premiere live stream chat, and then she posts frequently between the 2 channels as well. JD Day's weather videos and shorts, I think that's another channel from Jeremy D Day if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Marketplace Boutique, first of all, has a premiere coming up, so that's going to be after Tuber Chat tonight. We know there'll be fresh content on this channel, and what she's going to help us with is the ins and outs of buying and selling on platforms like eBay. She goes as far as to take us shopping and shows us how we can buy collections of different things, maybe split them up and sell them separately so that we can make a profit while still giving people the a good deal. She's mixed in quite a bit of variety on the channel over the years as well, but primarily she'll help us with that. She'll give us a few tips about YouTube membership badges and things like that, some graphic design ideas. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 54,000 views on one of these, my dear goodness, and I think it's a new one. And she's had many, over 20 and even 30,000 views. And then live streams on this channel. She's collaborated, especially with Backyard Trucker, but many times. And then she might take us to a flea market. She might be out on the water. She might be on the road or having a fireside chat. And then she's got a second channel called Jody Genealogy. And this is where we get complimentary content from this creator. So she might mix in a little bit of what we've seen before, but history, travel, and other adventures are the idea here. And then we'll learn a lot from this channel. As you can see, shorts over here, she's already done well with those. We saw that a moment ago. These are starting to get into 2,800 views, 7,100 views on another one, and then live streams on this channel as well. So this again could include some outdoor footage. She could be on the road or could be having a fireside chat. So hopefully everybody will connect with Jody Genealogy, the same creator behind Marketplace Boutique. And thank you, Greenland Quilter Katie, for the super chat that let us look at those channels.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
And then James Money 615, I think, has a new avatar in the chat. That's another creator who's been with us for several years. Now, I can't remember how long every single channel's been in the Tuber Chat family, but the reason why I mentioned some of these ones that have been with us for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or even 5 years is just to reiterate, just to pound home the idea that these creators are so supportive. You can basically count on having friends like this for years to come for your own channel. Face the Ace, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Did I catch you for a live stream the other day? Am I mistaken about that? Yeah, I think Face the Ace, I think you were live the other day, and I can't for the life of me remember if I caught it. Sometimes I'm on the computer and I'm like working and lurking, so what I do is I'll hop into the chat for a few minutes and I let it run while I'm kind of focused on another screen there. But I feel like Face the Ace was live the other day. I feel like you were live with a couple people on panel, if I'm not mistaken. Just please forgive me if I'm wrong, because I'm in and out of, like, as many, everybody here is doing as much as they can to support different people. We can't always remember exactly which one we see, but I was quite sure. But that's good. Face the Ace has been another friend that's been here a long time, and I see them out in other live streams and premieres in the chats as well. Greenland Quilter Katie is closing in on 4,900 subscribers, which is great to see. And this creator's monetized as well. They're working on, or we can support them with super chats and memberships when we get there. This creator's mixed up a bit of content. They've got a podcast going on the channel. That's always been true. Over a few months ago, they did some shopping videos, which were a little bit different. They give us a beautiful look around Greenland. They've done this many times, water-based views looking at beautiful mountains, glaciers, icebergs, and they actually give us a lot more to see when it comes to a look around Greenland when we get into shorts videos here. And some of these have started to really move. 2,200, 2,900, 3,100 views. And then live streams on this channel as well. So they'll be live tomorrow again. And they're usually on a couple of times a week, usually with a StreamYard panel full of guests as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Greenland Quilter Katie, another over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And thank you again for the super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. I know Jody Genealogy will be happy to have had their channel up as well. And then Travel Off Book is coming up.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
So Travel Off Book is a channel I'm still getting to know, but they've been with us several times. I see they've got a premiere coming up, and that's going to be a little bit later this month, about a week from now, if I'm not mistaken, a little bit more. And then a couple of newer videos. So these are quite short, but I'm going to take one of them and put it into my catch-up list anyway. When we're connecting with creators, we typically want to connect with videos that are 3 minutes or longer, but we do what we can. And then shorts on this channel, I'm still, like I said, getting to know, but they've gotten into 600, 700 views, and one of them is very close to 1,000 views now. It might get there. And then live streams. So they've got a live stream coming up, and that's going to be a little bit later in the year. Am I right about that? Or they might have just set it in advance, and sometimes we set the date for these and then change it afterwards. So you can let us know, Travel Off Book, if you're going to be expecting to go live soon, or if that literally is for December. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Travel Off Book. Like I said, I'm still getting to know them. So they're going to give us positivity when we get to their About section, first of all. And we'll look forward to the travel-based videos they're going to bring us, including Everybody Loves a Buffet, I'm sure. And Butler Family Farm, thank you very much. That's likely Jerry dropping a super chat right now, and I know I keep saying it. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So we'll have a look at Butler Family Farm right now. Let's see what they got going on.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
So without being too negative about it, let's look at something that should be driving everybody bananas right now. Butler Family Farm has 100,000 subscribers. I think they're at 110 by now. And they've been using the YouTube promotion system, so they've been pushing it like hard for a few months and this and that. They've got their check mark, as you can see, and even in the search results for me, they're in these streams every single stream for usually hours at a time, and still they're not coming up properly in the search results. So YouTube's obviously doing something. We see them rejig the algorithm or recommendation engine at least a couple of times a year, but this I think is extreme. So I hope nobody gets too upset about the search results right now, because something's going on. Oki's Eden, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Crystal Dragon, House of Creations, Rita, thank you for the positive words, and I've got you on the wheel. Of course, they happen to be a member. Thank you for the highlighted milestone message. And then Butler Family Farm up on the screen right now. So this is Jerry and Susan with 116 acres of farming and homesteading type content. I'm just going to grab the latest video and put that into my catch-up list as well. I used to be able to say that, eh? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? And then you have to respond with a woodchuck would chuck all the wood that a woodchuck could if a woodchuck could chuck wood, right? And if you listen to that back after in the replay, you'll see that I did it right. I've been practicing that one my whole life. I can't do the she sells seashores by the seashore. I can't do that one quite as well. And I know there's other ones out there, but that's pretty funny. So Butler Family Farm, like I said, is going to bring us homesteading type content, and I group a lot of different types of channels together in that, whether it's farming, ranching, typical homesteading. I even like to include things like camping, hiking, fishing, a lot of outdoor based channels, because the content seems to be very similar and the intentions of the creators are to share knowledge and resources with each other and with us. So Butler Family Farm is going to show us all that it takes to look after cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, bees, maybe koi eventually. They're going to show us the harvest. They're going to take us to auction. They're going to build tools. Jerry's going to bring us work in the shop. They're both going to head into the kitchen. They bring us into their home. They take us across the farm. They get neighbors involved. They meet up with other creators all the time. They got shorts over here that have gotten into 10,000 and 12,000 views. One of them at 53,000. And then live streams on the channel as well. They're live every Monday at 6:45 Eastern, no matter where they are. They could be on a cruise like they were last week, or they could be at home. And sometimes it's a chance just to get to know Jerry and Susan. They do a lot of giveaways on the channel as well. And they often do StreamYard panels. And they often stream from larger meetups as well, sometimes 80 channels worth of creators and supporters together. So hopefully everybody will connect with Butler Family Farm. And oh, you got your play button. I didn't see that. Yeah. Butler Family Farm. That's very interesting to know. Because, like I said, Jerry will share information with anybody that wants it about the promotion system. I'd recommend anybody look into it before doing anything, but Jerry and a lot of the friends of, Jerry and Susan, a lot of friends of Butler Family Farm have been involved in those YouTube promotions. But it was a wonder, are they going to get the play button? But yes, absolutely. So that's great. So I'll look forward to hopefully it hanging when I catch you on Monday. I didn't see it when you did the last live stream somehow. And then PK Adventure Travels is in the chat as well. So thank you, Jerry and Susan, for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that countless times before. And then PK Adventure Travels is Ryan and Melinda. I've got them on the wheel. And then let's think about spinning the wheel. Yes. And we'll see who's coming up next.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
So I'm going to get our Georgia Suburban Homestead onto the wheel right now because they happen to be a member as well. We always put members and moderators onto the wheel right away. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead, I think, put something out today. I got a recommendation, like a notification, I think, on the phone, if I'm not mistaken, about something, whether you had a premiere or something. And then Canadian Family Life is up on the screen right now from New Brunswick, a beloved and dedicated moderator and member here. Now, this is an interesting story because Canadian Family Life is one of the fastest growing channels that we have seen in the Tuber Chat family. I've got another couple of stories I can tell about other channels when they're here, but this creator got organically I believe, to their first 3,000 subscribers in barely over a year. And that is quite an interesting accomplishment because we've been doing this for 5 years. And I know channels are growing faster than ever before. It's not fast, but it's faster. I know it feels like an eternity, and I tell this story all the time. But the first channel I started running 8 years ago took us 6 months to get 100 subscribers, if you can imagine. And then we've come a long way since then. Shanster Travels, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I'm going to put her on the wheel right now also. And then Canadian Family Life, like I said, from New Brunswick. This is a family channel. The whole family gets involved in the channel. They do a lot of food bank grocery hauls like this video right here. Plenty of those, lots of cooking, lots of baking, a little bit of vlogging, and sometimes product reviews, a lot of Happy Mail and shoutouts for other creators, challenges between husband and wife, collaborations with other channels, and sometimes challenges with the viewers. I forget what you said here about how long this is going to go on, but they're talking about, spoiler alert here, a mascot for the channel, and they're letting the viewership get involved in that, as a matter of fact. And then they've got an interesting trip planned a little while from now, so you can learn about that in that video. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 2,900, 4,200, 5,600 views on some of these. A lot of outdoor content is doing well for them. And then live streams on the channel as well. They just did one last week, and Canadian Family Life is one of those creators that can go live whenever they want, be it sporadically, but they will always have a flood of support in the chat because of how much they do for other people. I run into Canadian Family Life probably every day in different premieres and live streams and different live chats, if that makes any sense. And then, you know, I was thinking about that. I think Tiffany's video reminded me of something that I literally had a I think it was my grandparents. My memory's not what it once was, but when I was very, very young, obviously, my sister's a little bit younger than me, but my grandparents would spoil us. They'd buy us, you know, toys and presents and things for, you know, every excuse. They'd buy us presents for Valentine's Day. They'd buy us presents for Easter. So just one, but still. And like for every grade, just because we got through it. And it was very sweet of them, but my grandmother always wanted to make sure we had stuff. But when we were young enough to be doing Easter egg hunts, let's just say, anybody, you know, obviously that's a activity for all ages. But when we were old enough, let's say for me to even remember, they bought us some stuffed animals. And I forget what my sister had. I think they bought us actually both rabbits, if I'm not mistaken, now that I'm trying to remember desperately. Mine was for sure, because I called it Peter Rabbit. as a matter of fact. And I was thinking about that after watching Tiffany's video. So Pete, maybe there's some kind of a kindred spirit thing going on in the universe where we were meant to have met 5 years ago, or I don't know. But there's a challenge here, so hopefully everybody will connect with Canadian Family Life and see what they've got going on. So Blaise, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Together we travel. Good to see you in the chat. I'll have to ask my sister if that story is even true. Well, I find that now, when my sister and I are together, and we get together, like we have a small family, but we're together for all kinds of things. I'm very grateful for that. But when we're together, I find myself telling stories about things and finding that she has different endings to those stories. and that's becoming more of a common occurrence. So I'll have to ask her to clarify, but I'm quite certain about that. And then, because I had that stuffed rabbit for a long time, like just a stuffed animal, right? But it was with me for many years. So let's think about spinning the wheel, and we'll get another channel ready to go. It's time for another break, so we'll go for another 3.5 minutes. What I like to do most of the time before we go on these breaks is play a clip from our interview series. And I'm really struggling to get one edited. We've got actually 6 episodes, and the 6th one features Be Amazing Sylvia. I haven't got it finished yet. When I do, I'll put it up a week or two after I complete it. I've got it, I think, half edited. And then what these are conversations with creators who have been in the Tuberchat family for years. Could be anywhere from 2 years to 5 years. And we know that they have been through and are going through all the same things that we're going through ourselves. They're still with us today, but they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers.
So Edna, thank you for all of this. You mentioned comments earlier quickly, and that's one of the things that comes up in every interview. Of course, we're going to talk about likes, views, subs, and everything else, but comments are a very important part of our interaction with our audience. So what can you tell us in your experience of 8 years now about how to entice more comments on your video shorts and streams?
I can't remember who told me this, but years ago somebody told me, I think I was watching like somebody that I always watched, and one of the things that they said to grow your channel was to always give your audience a job to do.
Okay.
Always give them a call to action, because that's going to keep the people engaged. So if I'm talking about cruising, you know, and then you just kind of have to know how to just ease it into your sentence. So it's like, you know, thanks for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. But then also, if I'm talking about a specific thing, like the slot pool, I'll say, you know, have you ever participated in a slot pool? Leave a comment, let me know. And say that. And it's like you're just saying it so naturally that people aren't even realizing that you're making them be engaged, because now they want to tell you their experience.
Yes.
The slot pool. If I'm doing regular life vlogs, like I'm notorious for not liking to try new things. So everybody's always trying to make me eat new foods, and I'm like, you know, have you ever eaten this? What you put, you know, we have a big debate about grits. I don't know if you eat grits. You know, the sugar go on grits, sugar or salt. So that's always, you know, give people something to talk about, and they'll have to, you know, give you their experience. Another thing is to sort of have like an intro and an outro. If I'm doing a live stream or whatever, it's just like, hey guys, come in. If I'm doing a video, it's, you know, hey guys, happy whatever day it is. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. If I'm doing a sit down video, then I say, you know, hey guys, you know, welcome back. Thank you for clicking this video. Because I feel like a sit down is so much different than a vlog. With the vlog is like me talking to my friends. Hey y'all, this is where we're going to Target today. Let's walk around Target. But if I'm sitting down, that means I'm doing something real specific. I'm only talking about what the topic is. So thank you for clicking this video, because you have an interest in this particular topic.
I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but Rushing Wind Mountain is on the wheel. We're going to come back with Shanster Travels in a few minutes. All right, we are just about back, and I see that Driving Daily has come in. During the chat, I'll try to wave to people when I see channels coming through. And I've cleared out quite a few names from the wheel. So any of our members or moderators that are still listening or watching that haven't been seen yet, just please be active in the chat. And I'm clearing the wheel out a little more frequently, and I think I'm going to get a little more aggressive about it. And all I mean by that is that occasionally what I do is I clear a lot of names off the wheel that we haven't seen in, let's say, 20 minutes, half an hour, something like this, so that we can make room for some channels that are more active in the chat today. Members and moderators will always be re-added onto the wheel when they're here. Right away, because that's a promise. We want to keep that for sure, but I understand that not everybody could be here for 3 hours every time we stream, and certainly not 3 times a week and everything else. So that gives us an opportunity to get to more channels, so we'll get to as many as we can in the next hour and a half or so. Shanster Travels is up on the screen right now, and this is a longtime friend. So what happened is, if everybody remembers, over the course of COVID, we were not able to see a lot of travel content at all, especially not cruising content. There was almost, like a blackout on cruising content for a couple of years. And what happened is afterwards, when things started to ease up, there was this influx of travel and cruising content and channels that came into the Tuber Chat family, for which I'm grateful. Shanster Travels was one of the first of those channels. They've been with us now for what I'm guessing is 3 years, but it's got to be close if I'm not right about that. And Shanster Travels, obviously influential, and they're collaborating with other people all the time. You'll see a lot of that in their live streams. Now, I can see I'm behind with the latest video. They put one out yesterday. They've got a few more ready to go as premieres. And it looks like they're setting these up almost weekly. Am I right about that? Not quite. It's a little bit sporadic here. But what I'm going to do is set notifications for each one of these premieres, even though I have the notification bell on for the channel, because we all know that notifications don't seem to work the way we think that they should. They got a few more notifications that I can set here as well. So Shanster Travels, of course, is going to bring us travel-based content. And this creator's gotten into now 10,000 views, 14,000 views on one of these shorts, and it looks like 86,000 views on one. My dear goodness. And then live streams on the channel as well. So they got one set up. Looks like they're going to be collaborating here too as well. And they've done this many times before. If I roll over these, you'll see like a panel full of guests, and they've got lots of familiar faces there as well. So I've got the notification on for the live stream they've got coming up in a few days. I think that's Sunday. And Monday, 8:15 p.m. Eastern, they say. And everybody can get the local time when you get over there and set that notification. So hopefully everybody will connect with Shanster Travels. They're on the road towards 10,000 now, which is great to see. And then this creator obviously is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Again, I keep putting focus on how long some of our friendships have gone on, just so everybody knows what kind of support they can expect back from some of these creators.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
And then Mindfully Crocheted Unraveled dropped a super chat earlier, so I've got them on the screen right now. We always put super chatters and membership gifters as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Go with the Flow Farm is up next. They gifted a membership a few moments ago as well. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know Jesse Journals and Unboxes is here. I've got them on the wheel also. Now this is a brand new channel, or the first time we're looking at it on the screen. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I'm live streaming, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video. I'm going to put this into my watch later list, and what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here every 3 days. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then, forgive me for not being certain, do you have a second channel? I'm just curious. Mindfully Crocheted Unraveled. I wonder if I know another similarly named channel, so I'm just curious if there's any kind of a connection there. And, thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I just spun the wheel, so Jesse Journals and Unboxes will come up next, but we got to look at Go With The Flow Farm because they actually gifted a membership a moment ago.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
And then, oh, mindfully crocheted. So let me just see if I can find it. YouTube's playing games with the search results. I'm not even kidding about, well, I mean, I'm never kidding anyway, but Edna's World is doing Wind Down Wednesdays. There she is right there. Yes, okay, I figured. And forgive me how I dance around that question. It's because I got caught a couple of months ago getting so confused over a couple of channels. We have a friend that has a channel, and her channel name is Susan from Australia. That's literally the channel name. Then we had another creator come in with a completely different channel. Her name happens to be Susan, and she happens to be from Australia. So she would say, hey, I'm Susan from Australia. So I kept thinking that she's got two channels, and I was mistaken. It became a big fiasco, and I was very wrong, and I've been corrected a million times anyway. So when we look at... oh, pardon me. Did we just look at... we're going to look at Go With The Flow Farm, I said. Pardon me. And then Mindfully Crocheted. This is the same creator behind Mindfully Crocheted Unraveled. So that's a bit of different content there, but this is a creator we've actually known for what I think is a couple years as well, if I'm not mistaken. Let me put your latest video into my catch-up list. I'm kind of going to race through this channel right now, and then we can see some of the things they're making in the thumbnails there. They got shorts over here, 2,600, 7,400 views, and then live streams on this channel as well. So I'm setting notifications for all of the live streams I see coming up. They've got quite a few in advance. It's been a couple of weeks since I caught you, but there's more information on the About section as well. So Mara, and forgive me if I'm not pronouncing that, I should know by now, but if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but Mara is then the creator behind these channels. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. And it's good to know you've got both. I'm going to try to remember that. So I have them on... I put them both up when you're here. For creators that have more than two channels, I typically stick to two. I know we've got a couple of creators that have like four. But I usually put up two when I know somebody's got them. And then, pardon me, Go With The Flow Farm. I'm not copying and pasting properly here. And then Jesse Journals and Unboxes is coming up in a moment. So Go With The Flow Farm is another channel that has been doing quite a bit of live streaming, but they've got videos out here as well. Many of these are perfect to connect with. You can see at 5 minutes and 4 minutes and 3 minutes. It's perfect. They got a few longer ones, especially lately, actually, and then live streams on this channel. So when we look at Go With The Flow Farm, obviously we're going to see some homesteading style content, a lot of outdoor footage actually, but they've gotten into 5,900, 10,000 views on a couple of these, and then live streams here. So I thought it was daily. It's pretty close to it. And then they're going to bring us some nature-based live streams, and hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Of course, everybody's encouraged to connect while you're there. They're officially on the road and halfway to 1,000 subscribers as well, which is great to see. That's an exciting and important milestone as well. And then they've got another live stream coming up tonight. Yeah, something's going on with YouTube today because I'm seeing things that are a little bit weird. And what that usually means is there's glitches going on in the background. So I wouldn't be too worried about things not working today if that's the case. It's unfortunate, but it'll probably be fixed soon enough.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
Jesse Journals and Unboxes is in the house. This is another beloved and dedicated moderator. And what I often say is that the moderators here are all dear friends of mine, but they're all dear friends of each other as well. They all have different channels and they all do different things. One of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you will be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. Mariana Latrinia. Thank you for the super chat again. I really do appreciate that. I saw that come in a moment ago. We're going to, excuse me, get that channel coming up in another moment. Pardon me just for a moment. Oh, I'm coughing over nothing here. And then, oh, I see. Rushing Wind Mountain. Yeah, something's going on. Yeah, tweaking the algorithm again. Be bodacious. You're absolutely right. Something is up with the search results today, because even a channel with 100,000 subscribers doesn't come up properly. So we'll see. And then Lucy Grace 56. Playlists are best made for any ideas that you have. You can make as many playlists as you want, basically, and put different types of videos or live streams in them. It's not going to help the channel to simply make playlists, not very much. I mean, it could have a little bit of help in search results and things like that. But at these early stages, it may not be simply worth the time to just make playlists. But if you have ideas for how you can put different collections of content together, then I would make a playlist for every idea that you have. So I know my advice sounds a little bit contradicting there. I'm contradicting myself when I'm saying it, but it really just comes down to gut feelings or common sense, if you want to put it that way, where what you think is a useful playlist for your channel definitely is. There was a line in I think it was the 24 TV show, and it was when they had a female president and the first gentleman, and she was confused about an idea, a very important decision that she had to make, and her husband looked at her and said, "The right decision is whatever you decide it is." And in a lot of cases, that rings true here as well. So, Jesse Journals and Unboxes. This is a creator who's been with us for about 5 years as well. The newest entrant in our moderator squad, as a matter of fact. But well-deserved. This creator's support for all of us over the years has actually increased. And that's a really tough thing, because we all know what it's like trying to support all of our friends as much as we can. We can never do as much as we wish, but as long as everybody's doing as much as we can, everybody's just fine. So Jesse Journals and Unboxes has always done a lot of unboxing videos of different types, sometimes like a haul video, sometimes a subscription service, like we all know those mystery boxes of different types. They make a mystery subscription box for just about everything under the sun these days, and I enjoy them too. There's something about the surprise of unboxing videos that I'll watch just about anything and enjoy it. It's not just about watching it because, like, oh, I'm supporting my friends. I actually want to see, like, what's in it. I don't know if it's the reaction, even if it's just vocal or what it is, but I enjoy them too. I've done a few unboxing videos with mystery subscription services as well. But that's just part of what she does, and she also shows us a lot of the things that she ends up making with a lot of the things that she finds in some of the unboxing videos. This is where the name change comes from. Jesse Journals and Unboxes. There's a lot of journaling and a lot of collages here, sometimes collaborations with other people as well. A little bit of happy mail, lots of shout outs for other creators. And then what she does is she features a lot of the things that she finds in the unboxing videos on her shorts page here. So you'll find washi tape here, jewelry, snacks, crafting supplies, stationery. There's all kinds of stuff here. And then live streams as well. So this is another creator who goes live occasionally, but she's so supportive to other people that she can go live whenever she wants, and she'll have a flood of support in the chat. And that's great to know. So hopefully everybody will connect with Jessie Journals and Unboxes. And she is now over 2,500 subscribers and working on 2,600. So we'd love to get her a little bit closer to that milestone. Yeah, mystery boxes of all kinds are... unboxing has always been fun. I wonder if anybody's seen... I thought there was a movie or a documentary called Unboxed. And I could be mistaken about the name, but I thought they were doing something about that. And it was basically like a head nod or hat tip to unboxing videos on YouTube, because it's always been such a huge thing. You notice sometimes you buy things now, and the boxes that the stuff comes in, or the packaging, literally includes all kinds of extra things, and they take extra care, and it's beautiful and so aesthetically pleasing, because they're likely hoping that people are going to do unboxing videos, and this is where they get a lot of free advertising from, let's just say. Some companies will sponsor, but you know what I mean. And then Create and Relate is in the house. I got to get them onto the wheel. And Mariana Latrinia is up on the screen. They just dropped a super chat, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. This creator is going to bring us cooking, vlogs, and lifestyle. It's a channel I'm still getting to know, but they've been with us for a couple of months now, I believe. 464 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 500 we know they're thinking about. They're obviously going to bring us some delicious looking content here. A lot of different things to be made on this channel. Shorts over here have gotten into 12,000 views, 14,000 on another one, which is great to see. And it looks like a variety of content here. And then live streams as well. Oh, they just did a live stream earlier. And chocolate chip cookies, always a classic. And they did a different style, actually, it looks like about a week ago. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. We got notification bells on for every single channel. One of the things I haven't mentioned in a little while is the idea that anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. I say I'm on them, but I really just check notifications 100 times a day. And I will always make effort to be there for anybody that has something coming up. If you specifically want me to be there, I know you can't message every single person. You want to come to every premiere and live stream, but especially if you have something like an anniversary or a monetization celebration, I try never to miss those, or a birthday or a milestone of any kind, then feel free to message, and I will always try to be there, even if I have to just peek in. But a lot of times I go into live streams because somebody has messaged me. Rockchick Beauty is a longtime friend that's been with us for about 5 years from the UK, and I catch her live streams because she mentions it. And I know it takes a moment. Like I said, you can't message everybody you want to be there, but I will make an effort if I can. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Driving Daily, yeah, has been doing a lot of pop-up live streams, but I'm glad to see that you've stepped up the content too. They've been streaming frequently, and they got a lot of interesting stories, and they give a great opportunity for everybody to get involved in the conversation in the chat as well. I mentioned that a lot about different creators. I Am Betty J Gathers is another example, but somebody who does a really good job of keeping up with the chat while they're live streaming. I miss a lot that goes on here, but that's because, everybody's supposed to be connecting with each other, and anything that is meant for me, I can catch afterwards, or our moderators will help me out and things like that. Because the focus is the chat on this channel, whereas on every other channel, I would assume that the focus is the content, right? And then Relax with Mel is in the house. And thank you, It's Chocolate Drop. We're going to go and raid them in another hour. They're going to start in half an hour from now. We're probably going to go for 1 more hour from now, but they'll still be on. They tend to be on for at least an hour. Glorious Platter, good to see you in the house. Hopefully you enjoyed your birthday the other day. Their birthday was on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. And then I Am Betty J Gathers is up on the screen. We'll talk about her in a second.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
Thank you, Rushing Wind Mountain. I am Betty J. Gathers. Up on the screen is another beloved and dedicated moderator, and she's been with us for many years as well, probably from the beginning. I keep saying that, but I can't help myself. And the reason why is just to let everybody know what kind of support you can expect back from some of these creators who've literally been with us for years. Thank you, Shanster Travels. And then I am Betty J. Gathers is a creator, like I said, who does a great job of keeping up with the live streams, but she's a truly dynamic host. And you get that idea right away. As soon as you see her camera presence, even in the thumbnails here, she's always smiling, always laughing, sometimes dancing around. And this creator brings us a lot of vlogging. So she brings us into her life, into her home. She could take us out for adventures as well. She talks about a lot of positive ideas here. Healthy eating, healthy living, something like intermittent fasting is a popular or common topic on her channel. She's essentially living her best life over 60, and this creator has now long passed 3,000 subscribers, which is great to see. My guess is that the shorts are helping this, unless you're promoting the channel, but this creator is also monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. The reason why I put the focus on shorts is because I know that this creator has put out like 365 shorts in a row. And they, continue putting out shorts, I believe, almost daily right now. And then this creator has got 7, 8, 9, and 10,000 views on shorts that feature herself, which is something that's really interesting because you don't see that all the time. And then this creator's got a few extras that are at 13,000 and 15,000, which is great to see. And we all know shorts can drive subscribers, which is great. I am Betty J. Gathers is also monetized, if I didn't already say that. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And she has got a lot of friends on her channel. She has done a ton of interviews, a ton of other StreamYard panel ideas, conversations. I've been on her channel at least once. She was inspired by Crystal Sparkle many months ago to actually do a series of interviews, which she did. You'll see some familiar faces in there as well. And obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So hopefully everybody will connect with I Am Betty J. Gathers, push her towards the 3,100 subscribers we know she's thinking about now. And then I see Lucy Grace 56 mentioning that there, if you're showing something, how do you get rid of vertical mode and get your screen reader to read comments once you're not in vertical mode anymore? I'm uncertain about that, Lucy Grace 56. I haven't used a screen reader at all, so I don't know even the first thing, to be honest with you, to be able to recommend. The only thing I can imagine and therefore recommend right now is the idea that switching between horizontal and vertical while you're live streaming might be tough on the systems. They may not be able to handle it. Apparently a couple of systems have it built in now and this and that, but it might be really, really tough. And I don't mean to be negative about it. It's just I haven't seen anybody do back and forth, but what I have seen people do is accidentally, including myself, forget to turn off the portrait lock on the phone, start a live stream, expecting to go horizontally and then having to turn the phone vertical and making the whole stream a disaster. That's a true story for me. I'm sure I've made just about every mistake somebody can over the last 8 years. But the good news about that is that they don't matter. Nobody remembers what I did in my 17th live stream. And as a matter of fact, if I ask everybody here to list for me in order the first 5 videos you ever made, nobody could do it. Nobody here will be able to pick them off one at a time unless you only have 5 videos on your channel, because we build a catalog of content And sometimes we go back and even forget some of the things that we've made. I've produced probably 1,000 videos by now, certainly well beyond 1,000 live streams. We've done 800 of them here. You know what I mean? So, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Let's spin the wheel and see who's coming up next.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
So it's an interesting question when we think about vertical or horizontal. Relax with Mel is asking in the chat. So the trouble with a question like that here today is that this channel, Tuber Chat, is full of 100% channel owners. There are 0 viewers. Not 0, but there are a couple people who like to hang out and lurk and like they enjoy seeing the other channels and things like that as supporters only. But it's so few that it's not even 1 in 100. And we're grateful to have that as well. I appreciate every moment, especially knowing they're supportive to other people. But when you think about that, almost every single person here is a channel owner. So their view is very different from a typical viewer because most of the people that I hear from or talk to prefer horizontal and all but, let's say, very dislike very strongly vertical live streams or anything of the sort. Now, you have to take that into account when we're thinking about that, right? But if you were to just do a survey out in the street or, you know, wherever, asking people what they think, you'd probably get a different answer than here. So when we think about whether we should stream vertically or horizontally, vertically will likely get you more subscribers and more new people per stream. However, it also brings with us what I like to call young unsupervised viewers and trolls and things like that, because more of one thing brings more of everything, basically. And then the question becomes, do some of those people become long-form content viewers? Because if somebody came to you for vertical content, they may not like horizontal content. They may not even watch YouTube in that way, because when somebody catches your live stream in vertical mode, they are most likely catching it because they're in the shorts feed. So they're flipping through shorts and all of a sudden the live stream comes up. Then they can press a button to go back and forth between shorts and live streams, all in vertical format. But these are considerations, just things we have to think about. What I do on my personal channel is now I alternate. So I do a horizontal live stream if I do like outdoors. I live in Niagara Falls. It's a beautiful city. I'm able to walk around and show it off, and it's gorgeous all the time. But I'll do a horizontal live stream, and then I'll try a vertical one. And the other day I did a vertical one, and I didn't even realize how many people were in there. It was explosive. If for what I typically do. Right? Typically, even with 10,000 subscribers, I only post occasionally. So I might have 10 people in the chat. I usually peak somewhere around 20, maybe. I forget if it was 23, 25 the other day at the most. And then for the vertical one, that thing flew. There may have been a point where there was 40 people watching, but I don't know if that's true because the numbers fluctuate so much that sometimes we look at the number and it's not actually happening, if that makes any sense at all. So when we think about that, we got to also do all the other things we regularly do, right? For every short, for every live stream, where possible, you want to do title, you want to do a thoughtful thumbnail, you want to fill out your description, your tags, maybe add a couple of hashtags if you like them. And all of those things are what helps the algorithm or the YouTube search engine and people find your content. Without that, it's always a little bit more of a struggle, right? But I understand not everybody has an unlimited amount of time either, including myself. So these are just ideas. And again, when you're doing vertical content, you might be catching a lot of people who are typically watching shorts. So the question becomes again, are they going to catch your long form content? I'm experimenting with a mix of both, but I don't have a solid opinion for everybody right this second. I try not to tell everybody what they should or shouldn't do anyway, because I'm learning like everybody else is. But that's the best idea I have so far, is to alternate. But if you find success with vertical, that's fine. I see creators doing that regularly. I see a lot of people now posting vertical almost exclusively, and their channels are growing. They're doing really well. And forgive the long speech, but this stuff is really important, because I just want to make sure everybody understands, and this is absolutely true, I promise you, that subscribers, views, watch time, and money are not all connected. They are separate ideas in every case. So if your goal on YouTube is to make money from YouTube or earn income from your channel, that is a very different thing than worrying about subscribers. Because I promise you, a channel with 5,000 subscribers can earn more AdSense money and super chats and memberships and all that other stuff than a channel with even 70,000 subscribers. And I know this firsthand, right? So what we got to do is think about the goal. If you're here to make money from your channel, that's also very different than here to promote a business that will make money because your channel's used to drive traffic to that business. If you are somebody who makes t-shirts and mugs and things like that, for instance, and you did that online, or on YouTube, and then hope that people will come and buy stuff, which eventually they do, or put Amazon affiliate links and things like that. They're all very different strategies. So we just got to think about that. But if it's just if you're hoping for subscribers, and this goes for everybody, right? If you're hoping for subscribers, then doing vertical content, especially live streams, can help. We always have to think about the content too. What exactly are we doing? Because there's a very different, it's very different if we're doing a live stream and hoping people will just show up, or if we're doing forgive me, I'm being careful about what I say or trying to, or if we're doing a live stream that is providing entertainment or education, right? There's nothing wrong with any of it as long as we're intentional about what we're putting out there, right? YouTube is always going to push content a lot more than it is what people would call, let's say, silent streams and things like that. Although there are channels out there that do what we might, like those lo-fi channels, right? Sometimes they have tons of subscribers. They got so big that there are rules now in some platforms about lo-fi content. I think Suno, if I'm not mistaken, you guys can correct me because I might be very wrong about this. I think Suno does not allow you to put out lo-fi content, or YouTube might not let you do lo-fi channels anymore and stuff, because it just got ridiculous a few years ago how many people were doing it. So these are just ideas. Oh, and then thank you, Tim Mitchell. So in StreamYard, you can change from vertical to horizontal. Not every platform allows that yet during the stream. So platforms like Streamlabs, if somebody was using that app, you have to be aware that you might not be presenting the way that you wish to present. So thank you, Tim Mitchell, for that. And anybody that is contributing to the conversation, I miss a lot that goes on, but I appreciate the conversation. Oh, that's interesting. Anytime your short or vertical live lands in someone's feed, it counts as a view even if they scroll past. That's interesting to know. Jason? Yeah, and then Lucy Grace 56. my best advice for you personally is you'll have to experiment. I know that Lucy Grace 56 is using a screen reader to help, and she may not be able to see the things on the screen the way that somebody myself might be able to see very easily, let's just say. So thank goodness there are so many accessible features and so many additions to that, coming along. But experimentation is really what's going to help the most. You just try, and if it doesn't work, you try again. We can always live stream and delete it, or film and not use it. I don't recommend it, but you can, right? And I've done it before as well. I promise you, I've had as many streams as anybody completely fall apart. I've lost the internet connection as many times as anybody. I've had just about everything that can go wrong, except for the worst of the worst. I've been lucky so far, but I promise you, there's a lot of different headaches people can experience. They're not going to matter. Nobody remembers whatever we did on episode 473 of Tuberchat, even though it's there. And live is live. So, live is best in the moment. That's why I recommend, I don't even ask anybody to go and watch the replays of Tuberchat. It's just not the same, right? You're not going to connect with people afterwards and say, hey, I saw you in Tuberchat, because it's just not like connecting with them here and having a conversation. So forgive me again. Very long speech, but I wanted to cover a couple of those things. So thank you for asking. Yes, Relax with Mel gave me an opportunity to get quite a bit of opinion out there, and I don't want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do. Just consider where you're getting information, and that includes here the things that I say, because I promise you I've been wrong as much as anybody. I've been corrected many times. I want to learn like everybody else does, but what we do is share information here. We can add it to what we already know and what we're going to continue to learn, and then we can all make the best decisions for our content and our channels. Create and Relate is up on the screen with 573 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 600 we know they're thinking about. They got a perfect video to connect with. They just put this one out. I'm going to grab the latest video, put this in my catch-up list. It's just over 3 minutes. Perfect to connect with. This creator's got a lot of creativity on their channel, and they'll talk about that in their About section, including some do-it-yourself videos. They show us some of the things they make with some of the things they review as well, and they've got quite a few product reviews that involve things that could either be used for creativity or to make merchandise, or they've got things that relate to our filming experience, whether it's a camera or lighting or SD cards or a hard drive and things like that. So quite a bit of diverse content, but great for any of us here in the Tuberchat family. Create and Relate as well is bringing us in shorts up to 1,000 views, 1,400 on another one, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. So up to a few months ago, they've been doing these. I thought you were live the other day. Why did I think that Create and Relate was live the other day again? Maybe I'm mistaken about that. And then hopefully you will continue those, and I've got my notification bell on, so hopefully I'll catch them. And Just Jason Keto, we're going to see what the universe thinks about your comment when I spin the wheel right now. But yes, doesn't everybody possibly relish the thought of being in that particular catch-up list? And Be Bodacious is coming up next. So what we'll do, we'll take another break. We'll go for 3.5 minutes. And right before we do that, I'm going to play another clip from this video series. I hope everybody's going and watching these in their entirety when you have the time, and keeping notes ready. It's more me asking people for their opinion than adding a lot of my own, because I get to talk every day here. We all know what I think about most things. But in this interview series, they turn into friendly conversations. These creators have been with us for years. They know exactly what we're going through because they've been through it. They're still going through it. The only difference is that they have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. When we talk about your channel
and what you bring on YouTube. You're very forthcoming, you and Sarah both, about the idea that you want to share your life with everybody, which you do. Now, from what we've known each other quite some time now, I think it's getting on a couple of years. Forgive me if it's not longer than that, Rob. But what I see is authenticity in your true willingness to share. My imagination tells me that the magic on your channel is that people who are thinking the way that you do find your content and it just clicks with them because they're like, yes, exactly. And that introduction video that you've got featured on the front page today is a perfect example. But I really want to know what you think, because I can have my impression looking through a screen at your content, but where do you think the magic comes in your channel?
We try to keep it as simple as possible. If you see some of our earlier videos, we had an intro, and we noticed we call it a hockey stick effect,
Okay.
where the videos go like this and they flatline.
Yes.
So we actually did away with any intros. I might talk for a couple seconds, but then it goes right into the video. And I think that's part of what's been helping, because I started right around the time that the channel really took off. And it seems to help a lot. Trying to add fluff, I don't want to do that. I want to see what's going on. You know, occasionally I might throw in a nice photo or a quick clip, but I don't focus. I want people to see exactly how we're doing it, how we're living, what we're doing, and how we're doing it. Because if I add fluff, you know, to me, it's kind of taking it away.
Yes.
You know, I want to see, you know, the authenticity of what we're doing here, and not try to either over dramatize it or over simplify it.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing simple about being out here.
It doesn't seem like it, no.
And to dramatize it is just silly, because it's not real drama. I don't want nothing to do with it. You know, I want it to be real. I want it to be how Sarah and I are. And how you see us interact in our videos is how we interact together and off camera.
It seems that way. It really does. I think you both have, you know, we use the word charisma. It's not quite the right word, but you know what I mean. And I think people can get your authenticity. When you talk about the idea of intros, that's a great tip. I know a lot of our friends won't like to hear it, but when you take the intros out of your videos or cut them very, very short, videos might do better. I've had the same success myself. Everything doubled, tripled, and quadrupled the second I took them off.
All right, we're going to be back in 3.5 minutes. All right, we're just about back, and we are going to look at Be Bodacious, who's another creator, actually one of our longest standing members. So they're here occasionally, but they've been with us for years. And this creator is going to bring us a few different things. So they'll bring some variety in their videos, and they mention the idea of travel. What I've caught from them more often than anything is information about service dogs, and that makes this a one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuberchat family. I think they're the only creator that I can remember that brings information about service dogs, and plenty of it, as a matter of fact. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here. Again, I know I mentioned it 100 times, but the idea of connecting with videos that are at least 3 minutes long. So I'm going to take the second latest one here. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's that playlist we joke about that is for keeping caught up or getting caught up with creators. I'm glad to see you've been posting so many videos lately, actually, because they seem to have been posting several times a month now. And then shorts on this channel. These have gotten now into 14,000, 15,000, 24,000, one at 27,000 now, which is great. So those are increasing. And then this creator does live streams frequently. I'm not sure how long ago yet. It's a few months since I caught you for one of the live streams, but she's often giving information, especially about the service dogs. And there's a lot of the flow in her live streams is incredible, because she will stop to say hello when new people enter the chat, but she keeps the information flowing. That's one thing I've noticed about this creator. So she's got another live stream coming up in a few days. We'll be looking forward to that. And yeah, there's a bit of a different kind of live stream, so I'll be looking forward to seeing that. Hopefully I'll catch you for that. I think it's on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, if I can count. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Be Bodacious. You can see by their the color of their membership badge there. They're one of our longest standing members, literally with us for years. And then now this channel is working on 5,100 subscribers, which is great to see. Just Jason Keto is coming up.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like.
Thank you, Tim Mitchell, again, especially for the extra generous support. But thank you for being here. And then Rocky Top Sports Talk has got a special live stream this weekend, too, which is great. One of the things I should mention as well, which I don't mention enough, I know I miss a lot when it comes to people's channels, or I'm assuming that I do, but I'm sure I'm right about that. And if there's anything anybody notices when I'm talking about your channel here in Tuberchat, if you're on the screen and I talk about your channel and I miss things that you feel are important and want people to know, or might notice that I've overlooked, then by all means, please just message me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's mostly Instagram, but let's just say Facebook and Twitter as well. I only check Twitter occasionally. It really triggers me. It's the best one in the algorithm, actually, for me. So I try to stay off, actually. But I will check messages occasionally there, just so that I can describe everybody's channel the way they want it described. Right? No matter how many videos you watch from somebody, if somebody's got 100 videos and you've watched 27 of them, you've missed 3/4 of the channel. You know what I mean? So this is just ideas. And then Timmy, the racing channel's on the wheel. I'm going to try to start moving it a little bit faster. And then Lucy Grace 56 is just asking, better to do pop-up streams or scheduled? So in my opinion, it's better to schedule them, and at least a few days in advance. The reason why is because then the YouTube algorithm and recommendation engine already has the metadata, like the title, description, tags, and actually the transcript of the video in the system, and knows exactly who to push it out to and where to push it out. So You also give your audience the chance to see it in the recommendation engine. When they're on YouTube, they see it on the side of other people's videos or on the homepage, or when they first get onto YouTube and this and that, they might be able to hit that notification. So you get more of a start like that. That's why, like, Scratch and PPA, for instance, always puts his premieres out by Saturday, knowing that they're going to run on Tuesday. It's about the perfect amount of time. So I would always schedule things as far in advance as you can. But scheduling is always better than pop-ups, although we can be surprised. You know, the algorithm, we just can't get our head around rhyme or reason why sometimes things explode and we have no answer for. Sometimes we, you know, do everything we can to schedule. This live stream's been up for almost 2 weeks, and I'm convinced the 30-minute notifications didn't go out. I'm unsure. Can you schedule a live stream for a different day on StreamYard? Oh, Rocky Top Sports Talk. It's been a long time since I've done that, but I'm quite sure you can set it in advance. You just have to be very careful when you're clicking all the buttons. Be sure about what you want to do. Read every dialog box and every warning that comes up, so that when you are about to say, yes, I'm sure I want to schedule this, then you're doing the right thing. Because I promise you, it's easy to make mistakes. I've made as many as anybody. And then Lady Light, please just let me know if you're still here. I'm going to try to move through these channels. We've got a live stream coming up, and she's about to start. I'm going to drop her link right now. I'm going to turn her volume down though. A little bit early for this. We can stay up to half an hour if everybody would like, but I'll get to as many channels as I can. But It's Chocolate Drop is going live. She's been a dear friend for years. She'll be able to meet more friends while you're there, and I'll come over there after as well. Just Jason Keto, up on the screen right now, is a beloved and dedicated moderator, and he is somebody who I've been lucky enough to meet up with, actually, in real life a few times. And he cares deeply about the YouTube journey, his fellow creators, whether or not they are part of the Superchat family, whether or not they are part of his community. He literally, with his channel, says if he could help just one person with the subject of the channel, it would be worth it. So it shows you the kind of mentality of this creator. He is growing really rapidly now at over 6,300 subscribers. And hundreds of videos on the channel, including a lot of recipes and a lot of product reviews related to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He will show us how to make a lot of different things. He will show us creative ideas and collaborate with other creators as well. Get involved in challenges with other, doesn't have to be keto channels, but other creators who are going to be, let's say, making some keto-based ideas when it comes to recipes. He's known for these chaffles. He's probably done at least 100 of these. But, pardon me, like this here. But he's done plenty of other recipes as well. And Jason typically makes things that only feature a handful of ingredients. They'll always fit on the screen like this. And they're really easy to make. Usually very quick, actually, to be honest with you. Then he's got product reviews, both in things we might find at a health food or grocery store marketed towards keto. We've all seen it, like those keto peanut butter cups and things like that. He'll help us make sense of the ingredients, but he also does product reviews like the Dash Mini or this vacuum sealer or this barbecue that actually does really well for him. And then this creator actually found some great success a few months ago. Well, a few more months than I thought, but this creator had a video just fly to like 25,000 views. And he insisted at the time he hadn't done anything different than any other regular video, but this video just flew, and everything around it seems to have bitten off a little bit of that success. Another one here at 14,000, which is great to see. And plenty of videos in the well over 1,000 mark, and everywhere from here to there. This creator also is willing to head out hundreds of miles away to get informational content from other keto-based influencers, And once in a while, he adds some variety. He might unbox a GoPro or take us on a trip if he's visiting another city. This creator as well brings a lot of guests on his channel. We'll talk about that when we get to the live streams, even though he puts a lot of guests in his videos. Just Jason Keto has a bit of a hint here. Healthy looking grilling shorts seem to do really well. 5,000, 6,000 views. One at 22,000. And I've seen that one. I promise you that one is worth a watch. Oh, onion ring chaffle video is still the most popular. So there must be a more popular one on there. I'm going to go back and look at that for a quick second here. I should just do this and I'll see. Yeah, I didn't realize. I don't know why I didn't realize that. I must have seen it and not realized that it had done so well. And I didn't realize the barbecue did so much, like on top of the garlic butter chaffles. This is the one that first flew. That explains a little bit, as a matter of fact. This video, 31,000 views, 45,000 views, which is great to see. And you'll hear Jason or see Jason in the chat say repeatedly, if it can happen for him, it can happen for anyone. I believe the same thing. You know what I mean? When I got involved in YouTube 8 years ago, I realized that there is an audience for every idea you're ever going to have. And almost everything can find its way to being evergreen when we think about content as well. Just Jason Keto brings a lot of guests. So he's got a lot of videos that feature guests, but a lot of live streams as well. There's Kendra. Most of us know her from the channel Consume the Goodness. He's got other influencers that join him. Once in a while, he likes to change things up. Last year, he did a homestead hangout. He's probably going to do another one soon, so there's a spoiler alert for you. He's got cook-along videos here. These are live streams as well, sometimes with a multicam setup. And sometimes it's just Jason Keto by himself giving us a chance to do some Q&A. And he's got a vibrant community that comes into the chat as well to help with questions and comments when we have them. He's got Rockin' Keto Amy here with him as well in the latest live stream. He's live every Thursday. I'm assuming you're live tomorrow, Just Jason Keto, and then just please let me know if you're not, if you already said I didn't see. But he's typically live every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern, so hopefully we have that to look forward to. The Stock Explorer's in the house. That's Nora. And Sister Winnie is also here. And, yeah, pardon me. I don't think Lady Light is still with us. I'm going to spin the wheel. So Lady Light, again, if you happen to be listening, just please say anything in the chat. I'll get you back onto the wheel. Forever Goshlin 3004, good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And Relax with Mel is going to come up.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
So Relax with Mel is another friend who's been with us for a couple of years now for sure. Forgive me, I don't think it's 3 years yet, but it might be. But it has to be 2. And forgive me if I'm wrong about that, because I've made that mistake a million times. I've done it to Canadian Family Life repeatedly. And then, so forgive me for that. Yes, Just Jason Keto's got a few weeks off, but he'll start his live stream schedule again in October. So we'll look forward to that. Relax with Mel is up on the screen right now. And this is a creator who's changed up her content a couple of times, as a matter of fact. So she's brought a lot of creativity. I must have run this video and not watched it. We eat pho sometimes. There's a couple places in Niagara. I got a couple of really favorite places in Toronto, of course. And then this creator's got some creativity here. Diamond painting is a really popular idea lately. And that's the latest video, actually. I'm just going to put that into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about. Oh, copyright claims even with a license. We've heard that many times as well. So we always have to think about that. All the same music you hear in the background of Superchat is copyright free. We have a separate channel for that. You can find it on our front page, but all of that music is available on all major music platforms when you're making Instagram reels and TikTok videos and YouTube shorts and everything else. You just got to learn the name and find it. But it's available on iTunes and Spotify and every other place as well. I'm just going to run your live stream replay. I must have caught you yesterday, and for whatever reason, that red line is not all the way across. So I've put that in my catch-up list. I'll run it at the end. I'll just show everybody a quick trick again for anybody that hasn't already seen this. Relax with Mel is doing live streams that will feature pleasing audio and pleasing visuals and allow everybody to connect as well. So here's a lot of videos that have already, I was watching these actually right before we started, but you'll notice what you can do. You'll see I did this just today, as a matter of fact, is I put all the videos in order from shortest to longest. So you can do that on a phone or on a web browser simply by clicking and dragging. You can do it on a phone as well. You just got to hit an edit button for the playlist, and then you can do this. What that allows is that you'll see all the shorter videos are at the beginning, so it's very easy to watch like almost 20 videos in an hour if you have an hour to sit there and watch them. When you eventually, let's say, run out of time, if you do, you can let things like live stream replays just run afterwards. And, because sometimes those go on for hours, for instance. But that's just an example. So I'm going to rerun that live stream from Relax with Mel. Hopefully everybody will connect with her at almost 1,900 subscribers and monetize. Lots of ways to support her, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
And then Vintage Style by Joe, just please let me know if you're still in the chat. I know she was here just literally minutes ago. Timmy the Racing Channel was added. The Stock Explorer, look at that luck. Nora just came in and got picked right away. This creator is another beloved and dedicated moderator here. She's been with us for about 5 years as well. The Stock Explorer talks about the stock market primarily, a little bit of crypto as well, but they do it in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. So they're very forthcoming about their own stock portfolio and stock plays, let's just say, or trades. As a matter of fact, they share a lot of what we call alpha on their post page. They've got a lot of members only content that shows a lot of this. So I'm giving you a bit of a sneak preview here as well. You get an idea. And then the Stock Explorer as well has brought a bit of variety to the channel over the years. So they often have product in hand, and they often talk about individual stocks. There could be charts and graphs behind them. They do a lot of live streaming. We'll look at that as well. There's lots of friendly conversation on the chat, or in the chat and on the channel. This creator added lottery ticket scratching a couple of years ago, and they continue that today. They've got a series called Scratching with Strangers, where they're meeting people for the first time and scratching lottery tickets with them. They've got shorts on their channel as well, and these feature pure variety, but these have gotten into 3,100, 4,600, one over 15,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. And it could be friendly conversation. It could be stock and crypto talk. It could be lottery ticket scratch battling with other creators, and they get a lot of other YouTubers involved. And sometimes Nora actually gives us live streams where we get a chance to just get to know her. So hopefully everybody will connect with this creator. They're working on 2,400 subscribers. Of course, they're monetized. I see Joe Wee in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, but I think that's a brand new channel in the chat. So thank you everybody for welcoming them. Our instructions are always in our video description for exactly how we connect with each other, but hopefully you'll make as many friends as you'd like to today. We got about 15 minutes to go. I'm going to get to as many channels as I can. Vintage Style by Joe, just please let me know if you're here, because they were waiting the whole stream, and I'd love to get their channel up if they're still in the house. And then the Stock Explorer's got actually a second channel. I just want to show this to you. This creator's in Florida, and they've got a channel called Tropical Buzz where they want to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves. They post occasionally here, but they're over 300 subscribers now, and they've got a mix of both videos and shorts for us to enjoy when we get there. So hopefully everybody will connect with Tropical Buzz. We'd love to push Nora a little bit farther towards the 400 subscribers we know they're thinking about here. Mama Juju Crafting on the back 40, I've got you on the wheel, and Vintage Style by Joe has been added as well.
If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connecting Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
Just dropped a link again for It's Chocolate Drop. She's live already, and I'm going to come over there after Tuber Chat. I'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes like I always do so that we can clean up our connections here. But she'll let us connect with more people over there, and she's been a dear friend for years. And then just please say Tuber Chat Raid when you go over there. But we're going to go together in 15 minutes anyway. Timmy the Racing Channel. This is a creator who's here with us just about every day. They're working on 300 subscribers as well. They just made a special short from For the Source, which is another channel we know very well. They send friends over here all the time. Timmy the Racing Channel is going to bring a lot of speed on their channel and a lot of spiritual inspiration as well. Timmy the Racing Channel is a very enthusiastic creator who's probably responsible for us gaining hundreds of thumbs up on this channel because of his energetic and enthusiastic reminders. And then what we're going to look at next is Vintage Style by Joe.
If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share.
So Vintage Style by Joe is a channel that I featured the other day, and they've been with us frequently, usually here for almost every stream. I know not everybody can be. It's 3 hours of time and, three times a week almost when we're here every 3 days. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. But I've been lucky to catch a lot of Vintage Style by Joe's content, both in live streams and videos. And one of the things that she's doing, which is a great idea, is she's catching a lot of the upcoming trends that are evergreen, that will likely lead to some traffic for videos she's already got out. What I'm talking about is, look at this fall video here, getting the autumn colors out and Halloween reference there. She's got a lot of Christmas videos already done, ready to ride the traffic wave up as things increase. I bet everybody by now has already noticed that traffic on YouTube over the last 4 weeks has increased like crazy because halfway through August, things just dropped off the face of the earth, and things are really picking up. I noticed it the other day. And then my Traveling Gypsy Tarot, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in there. Remember, I'm going to get them on the wheel right this second. Vintage Style by Joe is making really vibrant and colorful things, usually from scraps of fabrics and materials, but not always. And my dear goodness, do they ever put a lot of work into these? Because what did I watch the other day? This one, the triangle quilt one. I've seen so much of her content now, but she makes really beautiful things around the house. Sometimes quilt, right, as an idea, but sometimes other things as well, non-traditional ideas. I've seen this creator take a scrap bucket and cover it in beautiful, colorful fabrics that were meant to be scraps, so otherwise now used to make something custom and vibrant for the home, let's say. This creator as well gets into shorts videos. And, oh, what was the other thing? I wanted to mention something specific. Words of encouragement throughout her videos as well. There was a specific example I had in my mind, and I meant to talk about it the other day, and I can't remember what it was. But look at, like, she literally lays out, I forget if this was 150 triangles to make this, meant as Christmas colors, but you see how many different ideas are included in that. And I've talked about her content repeatedly lately, but this creator as well has got shorts on the channel. There's a bit of variety here, but they've gotten into 2,500 and 2,600 views, and then live streams on the channel. I've been lucky to catch her several times. She does a great job of keeping up with the chat while she's either showing us what she's showing us. This was something that was different as well. I'm always happy to see anybody using their powers for good, and she was doing a live auction to benefit animal rescues in this case. But I'm always happy to see that kind of thing, right? So otherwise she might be either creating or describing. There's that Christmas. Is that the same? That's not the same Christmas quilt. That's not the same one, is it? Now I'm getting... yeah, I wonder if it's the same thing that she was making there. Forgive me for not being certain. So she's working on 2,600 subscribers and monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. 500. Oh, I was way mistaken. What was I thinking about 150? Maybe you mentioned in the video when you had laid out 150? Does that make sense? There was some reference. Maybe I'm mistaken. Or, oh, the pillow was 150. I mentioned this pillow the other day because she... I think I like homemade things more and more as time goes on, but we've got so many talented friends that are making beautiful things, and she made a pillow the other day in one of those videos. I'll let you go look for it, and I literally, like, couldn't help but mention how great I thought that was. It's just so perfectly done. So that's an idea. So 175 was curtains. So you get an idea of the different, like, how much work goes into that stuff. And she shows you the steps, like you're supposed, in my opinion, you're supposed to, when you're doing a video to show people how things are done. And then my Traveling Gypsy Tarot is up on the screen right now.
For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like.
And then my Traveling Gypsy Tarot is here with almost 1,500 subscribers. I'm just going to grab these videos. So they got a couple here. They're very short. So what I recommend when we have a channel with short videos is to watch 2 or 3 of them. It's the same 3 minutes that we would have been spending on a 3-minute video, of course, right? So I'm going to take both of these, put them in my catch-up list for now, even though I've already connected with this creator. And they've got lots more shorts on their channel as well. These are starting to get into 500 on the way towards 600 views. There's a bit of variety in there as well. And then they've got live streams. So they got one coming up tomorrow. Be looking forward to that. And there's Paranormal Poet. They've got collaborations going on, which is great to see. And hopefully everybody will connect with my Traveling Gypsy Tarot, and I'll look forward to catching you maybe even tomorrow for that live stream. Let me see what time that was. 5 p.m. I might be able to catch that. But I've got my notification on, of course. And we'll spin the wheel. So Mama Juju, Crafting on the Back 40. This creator does quite a bit of live streaming also.
If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course.
Yeah, forgive me, I'm tripping all over myself today a little bit, but I'm racing now to get through a couple more channels before we go over to see It's Chocolate Drop. She's live right now, and we'll be able to connect over there, and I'm not sure what she's doing. Let me see if I can look in the background. She's been out live for a little while. You'll meet more friends over there, and I think she's just given a chance to chat with her. And then Mama Juju, Crafting on the Back 40, and this creator is going to talk about their crafting journey, junk journals, chit chat, and some lessons they're going to share with us. I'm going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. It's only because of the Tuber Chat channel that I even know what junk journals are. We've got lots of junk journaling friends. And yeah, I've only seen a few videos from this creator, but I have caught them live, I believe, right? I thought I just caught you live the other day. Am I mistaken? I got to make a point. The next time I see Mama Juju Crafting on the Back 40, especially with anybody else, then I'm coming onto your channel to catch that. I thought I just saw you live the other day. Maybe I'm mistaken, because it looks like you're not deleting anything. They're live almost every day. Yeah, forgive me while I whine and complain. I thought I'd caught this creator live before. Mama Juju Crafting on the Back 40. 645 subscribers right now. We'd love to push her towards the 700 we know she must be thinking about. There's Poetic Tears. I'm going to get them onto the wheel right now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We're going to look at Rocky Top Sports Talk right now with a couple of channels. PK Adventure Travels is still waiting it out. I'm shocked how I keep doing the same thing. I click to this channel and then I start snapping because I think like I should already be subscribed, and then I forget, no, it's the wrong avatar. This is the right channel before I start yelling at the computer here, and then I'm blaming for YouTube for things that aren't their fault this time. The Rocky Top Sports Talk is up on the screen with 54 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that first 100. We know it's an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. And Rocky Top Sports Talk, this creator obviously is going to talk sports. They get a special live stream coming up this weekend. We can look forward to that on Sunday, I believe. And they've got some shorts here that have gotten into 400 and 500 on the way towards 600 views. And then Rocky Top Sports Talk, I'm just curious if you're going to do that on this channel or the other one, because Rocky Top Scratcher is their original channel. Here they scratch lottery tickets. It's a huge category and genre on YouTube. We've seen a bit of that earlier today. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,200, 2,400 views on a couple of these, and then a few live streams. So I'm unsure if they're going live over here or on the other channel, but we'll see, especially when Sunday gets here. And then Six Bows is Back is another friend who's been with us for many years. And they got picked right away by the wheel. And then we'll have a look at what they've got going on right now. Six Bows is Back is growing rapidly, and this creator's punching out content. They always have. They're on all the time. So I'm just going to grab the latest video. They put this out just over a week ago. I'll put that into my catch-up list. But you see, this creator's posting frequently, several times a month, usually more than once a week on average. And this creator is really giving us a look into her life. She talks about cooking, skincare. She's a mom. She'll do a lot of cooking. And she literally brings us into her home and lets us follow her day. I've been in her live streams probably a million times, many, many, many times. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 51,000 on one of the newest ones, 87,000. another one as well. 262,000 on one of these, which is great to see. And then you see what I mean. She's live frequently. So I just caught her a couple weeks ago, and she's already been live a dozen times since then. So she's live, it looks like, almost daily. And like I said, this creator punches out content. They got some members only content too, which is great to see. But she is another creator who's out there supporting others. I run into her supporting other creators in premieres and live streams in the chat regularly. Always have. And then PK Adventure Travels, Ryan and Melinda are coming up right now. And then I see also Rocks and Raccoons with Auntie Jan is here. They're a member, so I'll put them on the wheel. We'll spin. PK Adventure Travels. This is another channel I was taken away with right away. Ryan and Mel do a great job over here. They have a perfect chemistry, a perfect back and forth between them, sharing responsibilities with the content. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. This one's a little bit longer, so I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, and I want to see what they were doing here. They talk about sea days on a cruise, and that's when sometimes you go on a cruise that's like, let's say 7 days long, but you go to maybe 3 destinations, and the other days, the other 3 or 4 days, you might just be at sea. There's a million things to do on a cruise ship. The bigger the ship is, the more there is to do, but there's always activities. There's bars, there's restaurants, there's places to chill, places to relax. They usually have a spa, they've got pools, hot tubs, all kinds of stuff. And PK Adventure Travels will give us a look at all of that, plus more. They do a lot of RV camping as well. They give us a tour of their RV. They help us with tips and tricks. They come from a travel agent's perspective, as a matter of fact. And then Ryan brings us travel news as well. I'm just going to grab this latest video. Kristen and I aspire to maybe go on a cruise as early as next year. We'll see. I don't know if it's possible, but we might. And then I'm curious to know how these drink packages have worked. We probably wouldn't bother because we both don't drink enough to make it worth it. But I'm unsure. It all comes down to math, right? And then Radio Jonesy, thank you. I've got you on the wheel again. And then PK Adventure Travels has got shorts on their channel as well. And some of these have started to move 10,000, 11,000, 12,000 views. Live streams on the channel are frequent as well. They're live as a minimum every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So I've got notifications for the next 3, as well as the notification bell on for the channel. We do that for everyone. And then Radio Jonesy is coming up.
If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone.
And then It's Chocolate Drop is live right now. Pardon me, their link is right there. Everybody can head over whenever you'd like. I'm going to leave Tuber Chat running for an extra 3 minutes. After the next couple of channels, I'll be over there with everyone as well. Radio Jonesy is somebody I'm just getting to know, but they're working on 900 subscribers. They're already monetized, and I'm just going to grab the latest video that they've got, put that into my catch-up list. This creator from Tasmania is going to bring us some information on their About section. And they've got shorts on their channel as well. These have gotten into 1,000 views, 1,200, 1,600 even, and then live streams on the channel as well. So hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. I haven't caught one yet, but they're also doing a podcast and connecting with others, or collaborating with others. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up. And then I'll have to see PK Adventure Travels. I'm in the 5 a.m. club now, so I'm up every day, but I'm quickly out the door. I usually watch one YouTube video in the morning while I eat my breakfast, which consists of a muffin and a Monster energy drink, and then I'm out. and rolling before 6. Poetic Tears is up on the screen, and they are going to hit 400 anytime, maybe even right now. If anybody hasn't already connected with them, they've been coming in frequently lately. It's a channel I'm still getting to know, but I'm going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. I'm always interested to see anything going on with technology and AI and trying to keep up with all of that. They just did a video on hype as well. And then this creator's got some shorts on their channel, and these have gotten into 1,300, 1,400, 1,500 views. And they say that they are going to bring a few different ideas on their About section. They've got live streams on the channel as well, and they've been live pretty frequently, pretty much daily, I think. So hopefully I'll catch you. I've got notification bells on for every single channel. Yeah, just Jason Keto, awful. I've tried to change a million times, and I just don't seem to want to do it. I tried to change from Monsters to coffee because it's not, you know, I go on and on and on about weight loss and everything like that. It's the carbonation that I am way too heavy on, over top of even sugar and all that stuff. Rocks and Raccoons with Auntie Jan is coming up.
I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around.
So Rocks and Raccoons with Auntie Jan is a brand new channel. I'll talk about it in a second, but thank you everybody for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment. I know not everybody can be here every time we stream, and certainly not for 3 hours. We got a few friends that run the stream in the background, so thank you for that as well. Thank you for all the thumbs up, and I hope everybody here will connect with all of our moderators. They are all dear friends of mine and dear friends of each other, but these streams wouldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help. They help me make this look somewhat easy. And then Rocks and Raccoons with Auntie Jan is up on the screen. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to today. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take some of these videos. I'll show you a quick, actually, we'll just do this right here. How do I save this? YouTube. Here we go. I'm going to save this into my watch later list, but I'm going to go and get another shorts video, and I'm going to add this one into my catch-up list because I just want to show YouTube I cared enough about the content to go back for seconds already. I'd recommend anybody just go through all of them, and then I have one of them in my watch later list. After the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and watch that video in full, obviously. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on like I do for all creators. Hopefully you have our notification bell on as well. I believe that you already do, but that should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you won't miss our further live streams. We're on every 3 days. We mix up the days and times to meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then thank you, Just Jason Keto. He's going to be gone for a couple of weeks, so hopefully you'll get lots of footage. We'll be looking for a live stream if you can get one in, or any amount, and I'll be sure to push it out as well. Whispers from the Dark, good to see you here. We're just heading out, but thank you everybody again. We'll make a quick exit, and see you soon.
Are you out there grinding, day by day, creating your content, trying to find your way? You're dreaming big, but it's hard to stand. You need a crew who understands the plan. From your first of thousands up to the watch time grind, there's a place where creators come to shine. Join the wave, the movement, the vibe. With Tuber Chat, it's your time to thrive. Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops too. Get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong. The first 4,000 hours to the rising stars. Tuber Chat takes you far beyond the bars. No more struggling on your own. With the fam around, you're never alone. Exclusive perks for those who believe in the power of connection and what you can achieve. Your channel's your vision, we're here to help it grow. Join Tuber Chat, get in the flow.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong.
You've got the passion, you've got the drive. With Tuber Chat, your channel will thrive. So hit subscribe, join the team. Let's build each other up, live the dream.
Are you a small YouTuber looking to connect? Tuber Chat's got your back, come get respect. Grow your channel, get your content seen, with loyalty, badges, and perks so clean. Custom emojis, link drops to get featured and join the crew. Tuber Chat is where you belong. Together we rise, together we're strong.
So join the ride, it's time to shine. With Tuber Chat, success you'll find. Let's grow together, it's what we do. The future's bright when we rise with you.